It appears to be the Count's bedroom.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yes, I realised what was going to
The
happen.
hell was that laugh?
I realised what was going to happen. And...
Oh.
Oh. Well, if you're handing it like, you're handing it to me on a golden platter, I have to do it now. Okay, I heard something completely different then, I think.
The fuck did you hear?
I don't know, it's just, like, I was half paying attention and I heard, my farts can cause erections, and then Grantor said, get that ether flow going, and I was just like, what?
Dude,
I don't know.
Sigmund Freud would have a just fun time with you.
If I go on my WoW character, I can cast Mass Resurrection.
So I was all the more confused when you said, like, my Final Fantasy character can do that, and I was just like, huh? Is there an option for that?
I mean, if you have the right mods installed, I guess.
Do you need your sheet of paper back over?
Yeah, I need that sheet of paper back.
I forgot about the paper.
I should make a new set of those.
Wait, what's the paper?
I don't know what's going on paper.
Oh, right. Good paper, actually.
Why is this happening,
Wait
paper?
a minute. I can at the very least...
You could always get like a
add
new
to
set of cards.
stream.
Oh no.
Title T. I don't even.
Someone's gonna have to like
I
take a
done.
screen cap for me.
I done.
I done.
Hi, Don.
How
I
do
done
I
goof.
change the bloody size of this?
I done.
I-
goof.
You done.
So what
I
you
don't-
do, Don, is that you just resize it? I don't know how, though.
Is Grantor done?
It's now scrolling!
I
don't.
I can make it.
No. Oh my god, it's changing color. Oh my god, it's
you can't
so...
go to like the top right.
No.
Does this mean we have to put an absolute
By
hang
the
on,
way,
hang on.
I can't
Let me-
make it.
let-
I can't
let
make
me
it
sync it
pink
up.
colors. All I can do is I'm currently rotating my mouse around the color selection, and it's changing it in real time
Look,
as I scroll over every color.
my background is synchronized.
What hats?
Okay, let's just stick
What?
with
No, that's hats. As toy.
Let's go in. Going.
Oing.
Going.
Oh, we have freaking outlines.
Going.
Gone.
Going on, though.
Gonny.
Ani.
Onis. Oh, ogres.
On.
There we go.
Ani Don.
Oh god. Oh no.
I don't.
Oh, it's scrolling faster now. God, the amount of not knowing what's going on has increased
it. Okay,
significantly.
cool. There we go. Now I've got that.
Very good.
Very slow from the sounds of it.
Hey, wait. I have a problem with
Oh?
this. It's apostrophe S, not.
Let me scroll up, man. Oh, for God's sakes, I don't care. Anyway, the arrow is correct. You arrive at the graveyard.
Oh wait, can you please count this down before we begin again?
we've been live the entire
No,
time.
no. Can you count us down?
No.
Jazzy, do a countdown.
Okay. 5, 12, 34, go.
What?
Boy.
Damn it,
Okay.
you finished before I could kick him from TeamSpeak.
Ouch.
Right. The graveyard is... Well, I don't know how many graveyards you guys have been in your life, but it's like those, really. I mean, it's...
Yeah, the whole Lost Continent's a graveyard. That counts, right?
There's no such thing as a graveyard in the Lost Continents.
Yeah, the whole place is a graveyard.
No, it's a place where things get eaten. Anyway, you're right.
Poop pile.
Notable within the area, there are 2 buildings which stand out from the rest. The first appears to be some sort of church. Appropriately non-denominational. The second, some form of fancy crypt, you assume? Mausoleum, something.
Okay.
Alright.
So,
Mini,
church?
mini, mo. Church.
Yeah, so we're checking the church first, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think they have a priest here? You
Maybe?
guys think the priest... What's the chances it's gonna be some creepy guy?
I forgot to
Maybe
get
it
a
will
picture
be
for the priest.
Alucard dressed as a priest.
The
I forgot to
priest
get,
is
I
probably
I
in
did
the
forget to get a
village.
picture of the priest, but so we'll just have to do with that one.
Wouldn't the priest be in the village somewhere?
You approach the church.
I mean, someone needs to, like, maintain this church. Is it open?
I mean, the priest doesn't do all of the maintaining of it, right? Generally, they have old women for that.
Are
The
there
doors
nuns?
are sealed shut.
I knock.
There is a loud booming noise. You didn't think you hit the door that hard, to be honest.
Damn, Luna. Like, God. No respect.
And there's a creak as the door opens to reveal, dressed in gold and white robes, an elderly woman.
Ho there, crone!
Hello! Hello! I greet you in the Emperor's name.
Hey,
Oh, no.
Seth,
Such an honor.
it's your
What
people.
brings you to our humble graveyard?
We're looking for someone called Alucard.
Dracula?
No,
No.
Alucard.
No,
Alucard.
yeah.
It's very different.
Did you know that Alucard is Dracula backwards?
I think
What?
we all know now.
Oh
you, sir?
my.
Do you?
Dearie me, I don't think there's anyone here of that name. This is a holy place.
Has
anyone
anybody
shown up on the
arrived in the
past
graveyard
day?
recently?
Well,
With, like, an
of
eye
course
patch?
Not.
Day or night.
No one turns up to the graveyard, frankly. Unless they're here to visit a dead loved one.
I guess we're no one then. Anyway. Mind if we come in and take a look around?
Of course, the church is open to all.
So I can do some praying.
It's a fairly typical church. Sorry, don't have a map uploaded for it.
Just out of curiosity, how much attendance do you normally get at the church from the village?
Oh, this isn't a church for worshipping. This is a church for remembering.
I see.
The villagers rarely come up here. They attend the local chapels.
So, what's the crypt-looking building like behind the church?
Oh, that is the mausoleum of the counts.
Is the count's wife in there?
Yes, of course.
Hmm.
And the bodies of all the previous counts.
What do you think,
Oh.
Luna? You think there's a vampire in here?
Sorry, my mother was messaging me. Like, IRL. so.
Hello, Hanmum.
Well, if she's not in here, I assume the crypt's the other place to look. But if the message is anything to go off of, that seems very typical.
Well, can
I'm
we take a
afraid
look
you-
around the church?
Of
I
course,
mean-
the church is open to all who wish to remember.
Thank
The
you.
crypt,
I
on the
bustle
other
on in.
hand, not so open for public, I take.
What's not open for public?
The crypt.
Of course
counts.
not. Only the count and their family and the attendants can enter.
We are hired by the count. Does that count as an attendant?
Do you carry the seal?
I think we. Seth,
Yes.
you have. Did we get some sort of seal? I recall the count giving us some sort of ring.
I'm gonna have a mosey in the saddlebag of snuffles. So, did we get anything?
You did
I
indeed.
think we did.
Okay, I'm gonna show that off.
Oh! Well, of course then, although I will have to go fetch the key.
Ah, yes. Very good. Thank you, miss.
Hello, Hans' mother.
Hello? Weird disembodied voice in the sky.
The cheeky git says hi.
So, she totters off quite slowly. Not the fastest in the world. Clearly been here a while. Possibly insane, but what's new?
So Seth, if you were a vampire, where would you hide?
Well, here, I guess. It's creepy and full of dead things. I would have assumed that the crypt's the most obvious place for a vampire to hide. That's why I assumed the church would be the opposite.
Do you think it would be insensitive to ask Siegfried about this sort of stuff?
Why would it be insensitive to ask Siegfried about this kind of stuff?
It's... Why don't you ask him?
Okay. Hey, Siegfried!
What?
Why would it be insensitive to ask you where a vampire would hide?
Because none of you can remember that I'm not a vampire.
Why would you be a
I
vampire?
thought that was stupid. What deal? What were you on about?
I don't know, that lady seems to think he's a vampire.
He
Or at
did.
least related to her.
Well, he's not a vampire because he doesn't show up as undead when I detect weird shit.
Is that what she actually calls that in real in the world?
It's like the formal
I thought,
term.
I thought that was just the term that you used outside.
It's
I
too much
mean-
to sum up everything, so it's just detect abnormalities.
Maybe,
It's called spirit sense, but most people won't understand that. So
Well,
it's how she
whenever-
dumbs it down for people.
well, maybe when she says weird shit, her character's actually saying.
Yeah, her character's
some
probably
weird
actually
shit,
saying
yes.
like, when I use my spiritual sensing ability or something. But like, detect weird shit is easier to say.
Yes. Eventually, as you're talking, the old lady potters back down. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that it appears that you are the expected.
Oh,
Bye?
I apologize for the deception, but I promise to protect all who enter this hall. But she says she wishes to see you now.
Aha!
Is it a lady with an
yes.
eye patch and some other stuff?
Yes.
it's good to know that you've been cautious about who's been
Well, I
coming in
mean-
here.
She takes you to a back room. They're sitting next to a fire.
Hello, Alucard.
This
Question
time,
mark.
she does have the sword.
Yeah. Where'd you get that sword?
I kept it in the soul with me.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad we solved that mystery. Time to head home, guys.
So, Alucard, you don't seem to have the greatest relationship with that lady from before?
No.
The Dampier.
She seemed to believe you were related in some way.
In some ways, probably accurate. But not by blood.
She seemed to think that Dracula could be remanifested, possibly through you.
That part is definitely true.
I see. Hmm. So we want to keep you away from her?
Probably.
So
My
why
sense
did you want to
is-
meet up with us?
And why specifically my name in the book?
You were Samsaran. I severely doubt many beings can read Samsaran, except a natural-born one.
Why do you even speak it?
Because they put a single point in linguistics.
I've known Samsarans. One of them even taught me.
Uh-huh. That's weird.
I'm sorry when you first met me I could not speak properly. I think that as he approaches...
James?
Yeah?
You're
Close
getting
the
further and further away and I can't hear you. Can
No,
you please
stop
turn
it.
up your mic? I have you at +10.
Aha! Traps.
Oh no.
I am also
Traps?
speaking quietly. It's worth noting. I think that as he approaches, or his rebirth approaches, more of my mind returns. So I could not properly talk earlier.
Okay. So, what's the situation like now? What do you expect of us?
You saw the beast, or part of it, did you not?
The tentacles?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Dio had a very close contact.
Very
with you.
yes. It's very beast-like.
Our good friend Ian here seems to know something about it, at least. He was working with that cult.
Yeah, Patrick.
Patrick, I need this is why I have to introduce everyone with a name. Well,
Patrick is the cult leader.
Yes, Patty.
as you've guessed, they are trying to resurrect Dracula. Some of them to resurrect that monster, or at least bring it out. Others simply want Dracula to re-emerge. I don't know how it happened. I can't remember my past properly. But I do know that for some reason I carry part of Dracula with me. And that it took my own name from me.
Wait, so are you currently not Alucard? It's talking?
I am. That's the only name I've got right now, but I know it is not my name.
I see.
So, there is some information that I have remembered, though. underneath this place is a city. Deep in the darkest reaches, it is there that the resurrection will take place. It is there that the miners stumbled across something. And it is there that the cultists learned their dark magics.
Is the only way to access it through the mines, or would we be able to access it through the crypt as well?
I do not know how many paths there are down to the deep. All I know is that you must find some way. Because down there you will find the truth, and perhaps the solution.
Alright. Do you know of any way that we could possibly stop Dracula if it were to come to it?
Dracula was stopped once before. I do not know if anyone of that caliber capable of stopping him exists again.
I think preventative measures might be our best tactic here. Let's not actually fight Dracula, let's try and prevent him from being brought back.
I do know that whatever ritual needs to take place will be your opening. For what, I cannot say. But that is the weak moment, the time when everything can be disrupted. But my mind is not complete, and I do not know how long it will take to put it back together. So I fear I must send you off with only part of the knowledge. It is probably up to you to discover the rest before it's too late. Even here, I doubt I will stay hidden forever.
Do you want us to call in, like, backup to possibly shelter you? Are you bound to this region, or could you leave?
I feel like I must be here, whatever happens.
Can't just send her to the loaded deck.
Well, if you ever do change your mind, I've called in reinforcements to this area, considering the situation. I'm sure they'd be happy to take you in.
Maybe after it all. I feel like I won't survive this one way or the other. But perhaps that is better.
Well,
Do you have any requests?
No. I am quite content for now. Do you?
No, I think I'm good. I'm still curious how she is a... Let's see, she's non-evil, right?
Yep.
Yeah, non-evil undead, that's... Give me vampire powers while staying good.
well,
OP, OP.
we'll have our day eventually. It's whether we choose to back down or stand against. We all choose our days, you see. You really think that these days will be your last in this place, then so be it. But it's of your own volition whether or not you want it to stay that way. You can always choose to leave. You can choose your own
No.
path.
I think I stopped having my own path long ago.
I mean, even if you die, there's probably some servers that can revive you.
Maybe
a
when
little
my
harder.
mind is my own again, I might have a stronger opinion on the matter.
Let's talk about it later. You know? Maybe with some crumpets and tea. For now, it sounds like we have an evil cult to stop. What do you think, Seth?
Well, it seems to be the reason we were sent here, so we'd probably up to it.
Alright, so plan of action. Do we want to check out the crypt while we're here? With the possibility that it could lead into the underground city, seeing how it's one of the two, like, deep-going underground structures?
Seems like a good place to start.
Given this area's history with vampires, apparently it might be an excellent place to start.
And we will finally find out the mystery of the Count's wife there.
I'm sure she is.
People are bizarrely obsessed with that.
I didn't even realize it was something of importance until brought up today.
Hey man, we're just making sure that he's not breaking any laws.
Didn't even realize he had a wife.
He used to. But he murdered her.
Oh my god. What's wrong with you?
Quite a lot.
I am anarchy. Alright. Do any of you have like something you want to ask, lady, before we head into the crypts?
Not personally.
Pretty sure we've
Yeah, I think
got
as
what we
I
came
saying
for.
I am anarchy is worth putting down as a quote.
It's pretty self-evident, but yeah.
Hey man. Twitch Plays Pokemon has proven us that anarchy is way better than democracy.
Is there anything else? Any questions?
No, let's go crypt diving!
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright. If you
Wait.
still wish to see the crypt, by the way, here is the key.
Thank you,
very
mysterious
much.
old crone.
She runs.
Ah, it reminds me of my
Turns into
adopted
literal
mother.
crows and scatters.
Oh my goodness. Priest
Ah,
back
he
in
is
my own
entirely
city didn't do
unfazed
that.
by this witchery.
You
She
know
never
where
sees
I...
to accidentally step in a puddle and die.
Oh no.
Anyway,
Oh well, could have been worse. Could have been squashed by a house.
yes. What an awful death.
So, Seth, dealing with undead, your sort of element, right?
Ah, you could say that, yes. I suppose as a paladin, it's one of the key aspects of what I do.
Well,
You're a paladin?
Yes, absolutely.
I thought you were a gunslinger.
I don't have a gun.
I never said you were a good one.
Target.
I would like to confirm for the party that we have been a part of for 2 years.
Yes.
I am a paladin.
Ah, that explains a lot.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm the GM. You can't hear me.
no, that's Collie 2
What's
talking.
that supposed to mean?
Yeah,
Disembodied
whenever
voice
you
in the
talk now,
sky?
it's Collie too.
I thought it was Collie too. It sounded very disappointed.
If it's disappointed, it must be Collie.
Exactly, that's the key.
So, you approach the crypt, key in hand. I don't know whose hand, but someone's hand.
Saf's hand, because he leads the charge.
With a click, the doors are unlocked.
So, Seth, what do we do in case of ghosts?
I don't know.
You're
I-
terrible.
Can a ghost do much? It's incorporeal.
I can scare you. Woo!
I suppose we put on a brave face, deal.
Ah, yes, scare the ghost back. Got it. Let's see. Magic people. You guys have light spells, right?
No, I have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
I have light prepared today.
That is useful.
And a hood, apparently. Do you open the door?
Go for it.
Okay.
As the door swings open, you are not confronted with the sight of coffins or the resting place of the dead. Instead, a solid stone room, floor, wall, roof, with a hole in the centre. For a set of stairs leading into the deep.
I'm gonna grab a rock. Like, is there like a straight down in the middle, or
No, it's
no? It's just completed. Okay, can measure it.
I mean, you could try like rolling it down the stairs.
That's not. You can't accurately count that. It's like I don't know how many like seconds it is for a marble to roll downstairs.
it just bounces down the stairs.
Let's just say it's pretty far down.
Why do
I
you
mean,
think they
it's
have
a
to store the
crypt,
count's
that's the idea of
corpses like?
crypts.
Well, yeah, but why do you think they have to store them so far down?
Refrigeration?
Maybe they was put there for good reason. Or maybe this isn't even a crypt at all, it's all a facade.
With this count, it wouldn't surprise me. And I would also prove that his wife is not here.
What is his wife's name?
No one's asked.
What is his name?
Oh,
His
right.
name
Oswin
is-
Quigglebottom.
Right.
Wiggle. Like, can you trust a guy named Wigglebottom?
Forgot the stupid name we gave him.
We didn't give him a name! No, that's all for giving him a name!
No, that's
I'm
not.
I'm pretty sure
It's-
I came up with Quigglebottom.
Yes, you did.
Al's fault. I was there for it.
Oh god. I
Sorry
would not
about
trust a guy
that.
named Quigglebottom.
Nobody should trust a guy called Quigglebottom. That is a name of death and trouble. But given the seemingly now quite apparent vampiric history of this place, maybe there's a reason that it's so far down.
Well, we'll see. Let's start heading down the stairs, and down, and down, and down, and
Hey,
down, and down.
walking down. Oh my god!
down.
I just realized this is like a small tunnel, isn't it? Like
It's a
going
spiral
down.
staircase.
Welcome to
I'm
the
walking
Blackouts.
down here in full play. It's gonna be so fucking loud in this really condensed area. Well, it's just like jangling everywhere.
I mean, we can roll you down. It will make you a lot fast. Get you down a
I'm
lot fast.
not going to roll down.
What
You-
if we get Meteor to like lift you off the ground a teeny tiny bit?
You travel down and down and down, further and further. The stone, chiseled and refined, makes way for basically rock and natural caves. The stairs under your feet become a slope.
Oh, I think we're sliding down, guys.
Not like that. Drips
Aw.
of water can be heard and rushing
back.
sounds of a river. Welcome back. And eventually, light ahead. Not bright and warm, but pale and cool.
Wait, where are we?
Down.
Why can't we see anything?
That's because I'm getting to that. You exit into what appears to be a ginormous cavern.
Yeah, Steph, I don't think this is a crypt anymore.
I'm going to use my advanced
You'll see in the top left
geology
an
Oh,
area.
information. This
That's
is a
weird
cavern.
pleasure tokens.
This is welcome, one and all, to the other world map of Faeldrin,
Oh God, the underworld.
the Faeldrin Underdark.
Wait, so
Oh, no.
so there were no catacombs.
There were not.
A giant cavern doesn't really count as catacombs, no.
God. So his wife isn't here.
God
She might
damn
be.
it.
Maybe his wife is a drow.
Or she may have been buried, in which case she would be here,
Oh
just
god,
in the
let's
ground.
not run into the fucking
To
drow!
be fair,
mean, we're in
Drow
the
Don't worry, I'm
are,
not an elf this time.
Drow
Oh.
are close to extinction
Well,
Thank
yeah, but they
God.
always are, let's face it.
because the Emperor, after purging the undead, decided that some point the Drow were also a scourge on the world, and he went with the dwarves and took them out for the most part.
Man, this guy really likes genocide.
He does.
Man. He sounds like Graves.
Sounds like a great stand-up guy.
Would Seth worship Graves if he was the Emperor?
No.
Oh,
I mean, Graves is chaos.
he's betrayed his vows. Remove all of his
Graves.
powers.
Graves is he's not royal about it enough, you know?
Also, over. Is it correct that there's no actual lighting? There's just the square.
Yeah, the square is the only thing I've revealed right now because it's a world map, but unlike the surface world map, I'm not giving away secrets by revealing it all.
We can't look for water towers. No.
Yes.
Alright, so
I don't
There's
think
a
I've got the
road.
scale right, by the way. There are two directions available to you in some sort of dirt path, but it's not like the area is
I travel east.
impassable.
Be careful of walking into the darkness, you might be eaten by a grue.
That's what I was thinking. Gru don't like seafood, though. I'll be fine.
You head east. The path is relatively clear here, skirting around what appears to be underground mountains. You walk for at least an hour, it's hard to tell down in the dark. Maybe 2, maybe 3. And you keep going until you stumble across
another cave and
another
Entrance
entry into the
exit.
rock.
What's going on with this water down there?
Yes,
Where's
it
that flowing
appears to
to?
be a river, and
Is it red?
it is not red, but there are traces
Nuts.
of red.
You're
in
making it
it.
really hard for me to be an amphibian when I can't use any of the water.
I mean, as long as you don't drink it.
I mean, I'd have to breathe it, so that seems worse.
Does this cave seem like it goes upwards?
It does.
Alright, so
In
this...
fact, it's almost
This is sticking out.
immediately after the initial entrance, if you look in, carved.
Maybe this is the catacombs. Or the crypts. What, the path continues?
The path does continue past this area.
I look south, what do we see?
The river continues to flow, skirting round the underground mountains into a narrow pass, you think? It's hard to tell, you'd have to walk the path itself.
Okay, and if we look east, what do we see there?
Roll me a knowledge geography or survival check,
Oh god.
Puppet.
Does he have either of those?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Then
Ask
you
Helena
cannot
to
tell.
do the thing.
That's an out character thing, anyways.
Okay, so what are we doing? What am I rolling?
Survival or knowledge geography.
No.
No.
Nope.
No.
I mean, I rolled a 10, guys!
It's more than a 5.
Well done,
Respectable.
barely made average.
I mean, I could also roll this.
Wow, much better.
That's a normal roll, that's like a 16. Yay!
I do not have knowledge geography.
Actually, considering how far you've travelled and just the way the terrain works, it would appear this entryway, this cave, is directly under the Count's mansion.
I am going to share this information with the rest of the party.
Yeah, good to know. Probably don't want to follow up on it now.
It'd be nice to know where it comes out, specifically,
Yeah.
for future reference.
How long does it take to travel up one of those? Like, how long did it take us to travel down those stairs?
Took you about 10 minutes.
Okay, that's... Want to take a quick peek up?
Yes,
Just send the otter.
We can't just keep sending the otter.
I
What if Meteor
refuse to
flies
let
the otter up?
him be put in danger again.
This is not a matter of finding a big structure. We want to know details, and I don't think Otter can relay those.
Yeah, he can't.
Really
He can't speak. He's also only like 7 intelligence.
He can maybe do shapes.
I mean, 7 intelligence is more than enough to know shapes and stuff.
Yeah,
You
but
could be an
not to
adventurer with
relate.
7.
But it's still Otter.
he hasn't miraculously learnt human speech. I mean, he does know human speech because I can give him orders in common, but that might just be telepathic. In fact, it is telepathic, but
Anyway, let's head up these stairs and peek. See, alright?
You
See
walk
how
okay.
Pretty
Up.
quick.
the stairs, but the stairs actually stop quite suddenly, revealing what appears to be some kind of lift mechanism.
Ah, even faster.
Just a second. Aha! Excellent. Does it appear sturdy and usable?
Yes.
Okay. Shall we? I climb aboard.
Yeah, why not?
Don't trust this strange contraption.
Well, Seth, but think of it this way: it will make it so you don't have to climb up another 10 flights of stairs in full plate.
That sounds much better now that you put it like that. Sounds much better.
Does everyone get on the lift?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The lift. I presume you activate it, by the way.
Yes. We
Yes.
press the button.
No, we stand
just
on the
standing
lift
there waiting.
and wait for it to work.
The lift raises up into the blackness above. The light of a lantern on the lift being the only source of, well, apart from the quarterstaff at this point, light as it climbs. And eventually it comes to a clunking halt at the top. You are in another stone room, but this time there is a door, again made of the same material as the wall, but it's very obvious that there's a door-shaped alcove there with a frame around it.
Is there anything carved on it?
Not on it, but to the right is a lever.
I check for traps. Which I guess is perception.
Yes.
16 again.
Well, the thing that makes it most obvious is there is a disable trap.
I guess we're
Okay.
entering from the backside, so yeah.
As if, it's not like it's an old trap either. It looks like someone disabled this recently.
Okay, well there's only a couple of people it could have been that we know of anyway. It's either Dampier Lady or Hello Card.
Or the Count himself.
Or the Count himself, possibly, but it would
Or
be
his
weird
secretly
for him
not
to
so
leave
dead
it.
wife.
Ah yeah, her, of course.
Yes, that major character.
Just you wait, she's gonna be the big antagonist of this arc.
Of the entire campaign.
It's gonna be the new Taylor.
That was the lady.
Do you open the door?
Yes.
Yes, but he's not going through first.
Fair enough. Pulling the lever, the door opens out, revealing on the other side, behind a fake bookshelf,
Classic.
a room. A fairly ornate room.
Mhm.
Is it the Count's study?
It appears to be the Count's bedroom.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yes, I realised what was going to
The
happen.
hell was that laugh?
I realised what was going to happen. And
Oh.
Oh. Well, if you're handing it you're handing it to me on a golden platter, I have to do it now.
And there's a desk in the corner, a huge bed, especially for a halfling. No one wants to comment on the fact he appears to have manacles on his wall.
Well, it doesn't do to.
Seth's
comment
gonna
on
go
other
up and grab the
people's
manacles
choices.
because he lost his old ones.
No, we got those
Yeah.
back.
No, you didn't.
Oh, right, we left them there, medical shackled, because the other guys were coming.
Great, so you have manacles now.
Alright, Luna, you want to check the desk for stuff?
Sure.
I will check this clothing
I look for stuff.
compartment.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Man.
wow.
Very
You
extremely
notice-
looking at stuff.
Leafing through things, you find like a journal, which is, well, very disturbing, frankly.
Disturbing in what way?
Well, it's, descriptive.
In what way? What's it descriptive of?
He writes erotic novels.
No, he doesn't. It's a description of autopsies. In great
I look at
detail.
it for a second, then I'm like, Siegfried, I think you might be interested in this. Hand
However,
it to Siegfried.
I
upon
also like
investigating the death,
Autopsies.
you notice a hidden compartment.
Wow.
Ooh.
Inside it is a book in which are scribbled notes. Could I get a knowledge arcana check?
Ooh, I can help on that.
Let me make sure I have a point in it. I do not. I cannot do knowledge arcana.
Really?
That is
Okay.
weird to say.
23.
This is gonna be Luna turning around and being like, okay, I need someone with magical knowledge.
Well, I mean, there's descriptions here and details, but the most striking thing is it appears to be matching exactly the circles and the ritual being used in the reservoir.
He is in on it.
But didn't he say he was visiting this place? He might have been etching it down from earlier.
Or maybe he
How old
came
is
up
this
with
book
this in the
left?
first place and the cult
This
stole
was
the idea.
written. This was written a while ago. Also, I'd point out chronologically, it makes no sense for him to have been able to visit it, write it down, come back, leave the book here.
Yeah. Giving him the benefit of the doubt.
This guy is such a boner for undead. He's willing to sacrifice all these people to revive Dracula.
Yeah,
More
it's,
importantly,
quite concerning.
it lists two ingredients or components. One of which is, well, it's hard to translate properly because it's an old word.
Knowledge history?
Linguistics?
But
Any
Siegfried,
of history?
on the other hand, just from that Arcana roll, sort of recognizes one of the components as something similar to a phylactery.
Oh.
Interesting.
And the
Does he
second
really need lichdom?
component lists two names.
Alucard?
Dominic
Oh.
/ Ico.
Oh.
Wait, he doesn't know the context for those names.
Yeah. I wonder what those names are.
Both names appeared
Underneath
earlier.
the title, with a question mark after it, underneath the title, Dracula's Heirs.
Hmm.
Okay.
Suppose
What were
you
the
guys
names again?
asked the woman her name earlier.
No one did.
No one did.
She didn't know her name.
But it is worth
the
noting
Dampier.
that the Count was very
Oh.
excited upon finding out that she was probably Dracula's heir.
Very I told you so-ish.
And I am going to call the session there.
Before we call it, I will choose to steal the most embarrassing pair of underwear he has.
He has the most frilly thong.
Yeah, frilly thong.
Traditional halfling.
Traditional
Any
halfling underwear.
Are there
Very
any
good. I'll steal
skeletons
it.
in the closet?
No, but a very
Bode.
odd leather outfit.
Oh god.
Take it, Seth. It's totally full of armor.
Take it, Zeph. Jesus.
Strange
Take
piece
it.
of Under Armour. It doesn't even seem like it's that thick of a leather. It wouldn't be very
Take it, boy.
protective.
You may find a use for it anyway, bring it with you.
So if you're interested in this traditional halfling, underwear,
Not exactly my size.
Alright. Yes, I think that is a nice point to end it on.
Okay.
Is there a zip on the
Because
mouth?
it is 5 to midnight. And I have not had much sleep because I could not sleep last night.
Okay.
Will we
So-
be back next week?
I will be there
Yes.
next week.
I will
Will
be there
you?
next week.
Yes.
I wonder if we'll have Ed or if he'll Skype off again.
At this
I'm gonna
point,
yell at
do
him.
we have an Ed?
Probably not.
He's been
Correct.
taken over by his girlfriend.
Currently off in Skyrim at the moment.
Yeah.
Chasing cheese wheels.
What?
So, thank you for watching. Thank you for playing. I know I have been a while with this, so
That's
I'm
fine.
glad we can
It was
actually get
fun.
a session done.
Yeah.
No, there was no combat, but next session might be very different in that regard.
Oh wait, I gotta ask for Torn. Was there any bubble wrap in this room?
No.
Oh.
Thank God.
We still need to find the true bubble wrap gimp.
Yes, we do.
Somewhere
So-
in the land. It'll be a quest.
We didn't kill anything, so no level. No
Hopefully,
XP.
no, not yet. Although I do add XP for
encounter.
non-encounters.
Yeah.
Because we still have a lot of the chapter to explore. And we will see you next Friday. Goodbye!
Bye.
Boy.
Boy.
Bye.